Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to say or. Now, in Korean, there are actually two ways to say or. Often, or is used when you're deciding between more than one choice. For example, shall we go to the beach or the museum? Or, I'll watch a movie or a drama. But or can also be used when there is no choice. For example, shall we go to the beach or the museum or something? Or just stay home? Or, I'll watch a movie or a drama or something. Or maybe I won't. Whenever you want to say or, and there's a choice that needs to be made, use 아니면. Now, 아니면 literally means if it is not, and it comes from the descriptive verb 아니다, to not be. You can either use 아니면 between two nouns, or at the beginning of a sentence. Overall, the meaning will be the same. For example, 바닷가 아니면 산도 괜찮아요. The beach or the mountains are okay. Most of the time, however, 아니면 will be used at the beginning of a sentence. For example, 바닷가에 갈까요? 아니면 산에 갈까요? Shall we go to the beach or the mountains? Or literally, shall we go to the beach or shall we go to the mountains? Remember again that 아니면 is only used when you're making a choice between more than one option. For example, in this sentence, 영화 아니면 드라마를 볼 거예요. I'll watch a movie or a drama. This sentence means that I will either watch a movie or I will watch a drama. If I watch a movie, then I will not watch a drama. If I watch a drama, then I will not watch a movie. I will not do both. It's only one or the other because I'm making a choice. Now, this sentence is perfectly correct, but it might not be what you want to say when you're going to tell your friend you're going to watch a movie or a drama. So because of this, 아니면 will most often be used when asking a question, such as when asking someone to make a choice. There's one more form we need to learn, but we're not done with 아니면 yet. So let's take a look at some example sentences that use 아니면 so you can see how it's really used in Korean. 치즈 피자를 먹을 거예요? 아니면 소시지 피자를 먹을 거예요? Are you going to eat a cheese pizza or a sausage pizza? Again, notice how the sentences are actually split in half here, and 아니면 is used at the beginning of the second sentence. This will be the most natural way that you'll find it used. 젓가락을 쓰고 싶어요? 아니면 포크를 쓰고 싶어요? Do you want to use chopsticks or a fork? 단 커피를 좋아해요? 아니면 쓴 커피를 좋아해요? Do you like sweet coffee or bitter coffee? 짠 걸 먹고 싶어요? 아니면 매운 걸 먹고 싶어요? Do you want to eat something salty or something spicy? 조금 더 기다릴까요? 아니면 그냥 갈까요? Shall we wait a little bit more or shall we just go? Again, remember that 아니면 literally still means if it is not. So you could have this sentence. 저 아니면 누구한테 물어볼 거예요? If it's not me, who will you ask? So, who will you ask if not me? Another way to say or is using 이나. Now, 이나 is not used when you're asking someone to make a choice or when you're making any sort of choice yourself. Instead, it's simply used for listing possible options. Therefore, a better translation for 이나 would be or something. In addition, using 이나 means that the options do not matter. Any of them is fine, and none of them is also fine. 이나 is only used between two nouns. So to use it, attach 이나 after a noun that ends in a consonant, or attach 나 after a noun that ends in a vowel. For example, 영화나 드라마를 볼 거예요. I'll watch a movie or a drama. This means that you might watch a movie or a drama or something else. In fact, you might not watch anything, and that's okay too. This sentence is correct and is probably what you want to say when you tell your friends you're going to watch a movie or a drama or something. So, since both 이나 and 아니면 can translate as or, let's look at a few more examples of using 이나 so we can tell them apart. 옷이나 모자를 살 거예요. I'll buy clothes or a hat or something. 서울이나 부산에 여행 가고 싶어요. I want to go on a trip to Seoul or Busan. Note that Busan is a major southern city famous for its local seafood. 따뜻한 커피나 우유를 드릴까요? Shall I give you some warm coffee or milk or something? 저는 볶음밥이나 김치찌개를 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat fried rice or kimchi stew or something. 우리 박물관이나 공원에 같이 갈까요? Shall we go together to the museum or the park? 제가 어렸을 때 개구리나 뱀을 키우고 싶었어요. I wanted to raise a frog or a snake when I was young. So now that we've learned both ways to say or in Korean, let's do a conversation practice using them. So we have two people here, 희철 and 동희. Note that 희철 is younger than 동희, so the way they're speaking to each other will be slightly different. First, 희철 says, 형, 질문해도 돼요? Older brother, or here, older friend. Can I ask a question? 제 과제를 좀 도와줄 수 있을까요? Could you help me a little bit with my assignment? 무슨 과제? What assignment? Notice how 희철 is speaking more politely, using the yo form to 동희, while 동희 is speaking casually. So we can tell that these two are close friends, but 동희 is older. 수학이에요. It's math. 어려운 문제인데요. It's a difficult problem. 그래, 보자. Alright, let's see. 이거야? Is it this? 이건 3이에요? 아니면 10이에요? Is this 3 or 10? 그건 3이고 다음 문제는 8이야. That's 3 and the next problem is 8. 고마워요, 형. Thank you, older friend. 다음에 밥이나 같이 먹어요. Next time, let's eat a meal or something together. Note that 이나 does not have to even be used with two choices. It can also just be used by itself. In this case, it still means or something. So, a meal or something.
형, 질문해도 돼요? 제 과제를 좀 도와줄 수 있을까요? 무슨 과제? 수학이에요. 어려운 문제인데요. 그래, 보자. 이거야? 이건 3이에요? 아니면 10이에요? 그건 3이고, 다음 문제는 8이야. 고마워요, 형. 다음에 밥이나 같이 먹어요.
So in this lesson, we learned the two ways to say or in Korean as well as how they're different. So practice everything in this lesson and I'll see you again in the next one. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.